This is what sells. Michael Jordan sold out arenas. This is Michael Jordan brought ratings. This is what people want to talk about. You gotta get with it or get out of the way. Right now, Sheryl Swoopes, you are in the way.
Caitlin Clark, being the staple that she is in the game, she's still a topic with the vets in the sense of people saying that certain vets don't give her props and respect. One specifically, Sheryl Swoopes. Stephen A. had an interview with Nancy Lieberman. Y'all familiar with Nancy Lieberman? Y'all know who she is? For the listeners that don't. You do? Yeah.
But I don't remember. She used to play ball a long time ago.
A long time, right? Simply put, she's a pioneer. Like you give people like her that type of status. She played at Old Dominion. She won 79 and 80, but that's back when NCAA women's. So it was the AIWA. So she won 2 years in a row at Old Dominion, and then she went on to be the first woman to medal. She has a silver medal in the Olympics. So she has accolades like that. Like sis is hold on, Keith is gonna show us the sneaker.
Oh, keep talking. I'm just showing you the sneaker. I'm not. We don't even have to play
that was a custom design for her.
All right, let me.
Yeah, that's a custom sneaker. She really got other sneakers.
One for her.
Yes, because these. That's her sneaker.
That's her sneaker.
Let me find the uglier ones.
Yeah, that's her sneaker though.
Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Y'all keep talking.
And she's Nancy Lieberman is also the first woman to coach professional men's team in the G League. So she's a big deal. Is my point. Like sis got her credentials and she's highly respected. So when I was listening to the interview she did with Stephen A, I don't like for you to be so accoladed and like you would think that. Well, let me brief everybody on what the conversation was. Stephen A felt like Sheryl Swoopes is not warming and opening to Caitlin Clark for whatever particular reason. He felt the need to point out that she doesn't speak on her, commentate. She actually stepped down. She was actually commentating a game, and the topic of Caitlin Clark came up, and she went silent. She didn't say anything, and she just proceeded on to commentate the game at hand. And then it was another situation where she was supposed to commentate a Fever game, and according to her, she declined. According to other sources, they're saying no, they just didn't want her to do it. My whole stance on this, and I'm gonna get into details about comments that Stephen A said and Nancy Lieberman. I don't understand. Like every player does. You don't have to like everybody's game just based off the strength that I was great at one point, and now this is the new great. She doesn't. I feel like y'all holding Sheryl Swoopes to a space of having to deem her as basically the next her, and Sheryl just doesn't care to, like, for whatever reason. Like Sheryl speaks on who she likes as far as a game, because if you watch their games, they're very much like hers. I feel like they're trying to force this narrative of Sheryl Swoopes and Caitlin Clark being like a thing, because I think they want her to be accepted by everyone, and they have to understand she's not going to be. Like it's that simple. And Sheryl is goated on many levels, and I'm in the space of I respect that, but why do y'all care so much about what Sheryl Swoopes thinks? Besides her being Sheryl Swoopes, I understand, but it's so many other ghosts that have given Caitlin her flowers. Why are they dawning on Sheryl Swoopes so hard? Do y'all think? Omari?
Why do I think that they going in on Sheryl Swoopes more than any other veteran?
In regards to like giving her props, I feel like people have slowly came around and given Caitlin her props because she's earned them at this point. But I feel like majority of the people want Sheryl to give it up now. Like,
but so here's the thing: Cheryl has said that she doesn't have a lot to say about it. She really doesn't care for fans of Caitlin Clark.
Exactly.
That's why she doesn't boost into the hype of what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not boosting. I'm not so much trying to boost her ego, but I'm not messing with her fans in terms of how they speak or whatever. Towards
I mean,
her
they made a
accolades or whatever.
shirt that said "Don't be a Cheryl." That was crazy. Don't be a Cheryl shirt.
I love
based
that.
Based off of what she said. Now, don't get me wrong. Cheryl Swoopes did misspeak. She did quote, but I think people misunderstood her tone in the sense of basically speaking on the way the game is today. Is what she was downplaying the technicalities and how hard the game is today. I don't think she was specifically. I mean, it seemed like it because the topic was on Caitlin Clark when she was speaking, but I think she was speaking on the game overall because a lot of these players had the COVID year. So to me, she was just dramatizing like just how much of an advantage it is to be on the platform that these girls are on is basically how I took what she was saying. But most could take her literally and then escalated to because of who she is to be more of a drama thing of her not liking.
Sharice, it was literal. So she's bringing up false statistics. So it's less about, oh, this is how I feel about something. The issue was that she was bringing up fake facts. She was saying that Caitlyn she benefited from a COVID year, which she did not. She was saying that Caitlin Clark was 20 something years old, was 25 years old, playing against 20-year-olds. Caitlin Clark is 22 years old. She was saying that Caitlin Clark shot 40 times a game. That is also false. She only shoots 20 times a game. So she was saying these things that were just unequivocally not true. So like it wasn't just like, okay, this is how I feel about the game. Like, no, this is how I feel about you. And for her to go silent when we're talking about no, it wasn't even just that. She's on a podcast and she's talking about all the other Fever players and how good the team is now and didn't mention her once.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark is passing the ball and assisting. She's got the highest assist rate and has the most assists in the WNBA this year. And she doesn't bring her up once as to the Fever's success. This is deliberate. This is not conjecture. This is serious. We're talking about Caitlin Clark right now, and you have the nerve to go silent because you don't like her fans. There's so many commentators that hate Cowboy fans, but they still talk about the Cowboys. Why? Why? Because that's my job. You gonna let how you feel about somebody's fans affect your coin?
But that's the thing. I don't think she cares. That's the thing.
You don't think she cares about what? Sharice,
commentating. Sis really
okay. Let's say that because she sure do care about this girl.
No,
absolutely.
I don't think she cares too much about commentating because she's very like. I'm sorry. Sheryl Swoopes sits on an air to her, which rightfully so. She has an air to her, and I can understand how she's just not buying.
Like you said, rightfully so.
Clark. Yeah, rightfully
it's Sheryl Swoopes. She's the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, which is going unmentioned.
Yes,
she is the woman had how many championships she had? About 6, right?
Hey, she won the first 3.
Her and my girl
Cooper and Tina Thompson. Like they went to
work. They was the Bulls of the WNBA.
No, they really were.
They most definitely were.
That was my team. I was rooting for them. And like I said, when I watched Sheryl Swoopes, she played
I think I had a Sheryl Swoopes playing card for real.
Wait, say that again?
She had a card. She had a playing card.
Yeah, they got cards.
Mm-hmm. You know how hard that was back then to get that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, guess who threw it away? Crazy. Good old Douglas. Everything is trash to him.
Cynthia Cooper, Sheryl Swoopes. Yeah, like you said, Tina.
So, piggybacking off of that, so do you feel that she needs to like basically get on the bandwagon of this?
I think she needs to get off of whatever she's on.
The
Okay.
ego? You think it's
For the
egotistical
sake
that
of
from
basketball.
where
So
she's
talk basketball.
For the sake of her credibility and for the sake of her to continue to be looked at in a good light. You this is overshadowing.
See, that's the thing.
This
I
is
don't
over.
think she cares because she's
Yeah,
been in
she
the
should
bad
care.
light.
Yeah,
She's
I
been
don't
in the
think.
bad light for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think she knows how people look at her. Like, I think she's
Because they've
very.
been in the shadows. Like these girls is resurrecting the league. Like it hasn't been like a thing like of like talked about in
You know what it
years.
is. You know what it is. It's. It's. I don't think it's so much of a hatred for Caitlin Clark as it is like, look at all the other girls and look at all of what everybody else is doing.
What she's
But it's
doing.
like, but you have to look at it like this. Like, y'all want to be treated like the NBA. This is how the NBA gets treated. We're going to talk about LeBron a billion times. Yeah, you daggone right. Jordan Clarkson can ball, but he's not LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Devin Harris was a really good point guard, but he wasn't LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about those people will get their time, but but what she doesn't understand is this is what sells. This is what sells. Michael Jordan sold out arenas. This is Michael Jordan brought ratings. This is what people want to talk about. You gotta get with it or get out of the way. Right now, Sheryl Swoopes, you are in the way.
Yes, you're right.
Of the progression progression of the league.
Yes.
WNBA.
Yes.
Correct.
I would agree, friend. I would agree. Honestly, you're right. She is. She's delaying it because we got Juju Watkins coming. Like, you know what I mean? So let's line this right on up so that when she step into that, we want that same energy because we know Juju gonna bring it. So it's just like, you're right. Let like speak the game. Like, you may not care for how her fans are, but like I said, she got the whole state of Iowa. So it's just like,
and this was you so silly. And this was the argument. And this was the argument for the Olympics, right? Like, yes, the Olympic committee, they don't care about fanfare and all of that type of stuff. They trying to get the gold. But the whole point was to bring awareness to women's sports. So why not care enough to have her on the team to continue to bring awareness to the play of women's basketball? This is where your bread is buttered right now. You may not like the bread, but this is the bread that's feeding you right now. You know what I mean? You may not like white bread, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is what is feeding us right now.
Right.
We either eat this or we will die.
Or we will die. Just as quick as we come in.
This,
we will
and like you said, Juju Watkins, it will hold us over until she is able to enter into the league in 2 years or something like that. She eligible.
Yeah.
She's not. You got to play all 4 years when you in the yeah.
So this year's gonna be sophomore. We got 2 more years after that. Line this thing right on up. Line it right on up.
And now we're able to see. Like, if I started watching basketball. Prime example. I started watching basketball, like legitimately watching basketball. And you know this, because I met you through this, like watching the NBA Finals in 2001 with Allen Iverson. That then brought me into 2002, where I discovered Jason Kidd for real. I knew who he was, but I was unfamiliar with his game for real. You know what I mean? And that then propelled me into other things and learning more about the game and learning about other players. I'm sure somebody's introduction was Michael Jordan, but now that you in the gate, you see, oh snap, Charles Barkley is nice. Oh snap, Patrick Ewing is nice. Oh snap, this and that person is good. These aren't just the dudes on Space Jam. These dudes can actually ball for it. Sheryl Swoopes, you ain't no Charles Barkley. You just look like him.
Chill, man.
Be gone, wanna be. Be gone.
You got to be stopped, man.
That man be going over
the
He loves
edge.
jumping. He loves
Yo,
jumping
loves
over the
it.
edge.
On the my man be on the cliff. We like keep going, and he jumps. Like
Somebody gotta do it. Y'all remember that line from Space Jam?
absolutely, be gone, wanna be.
That's my line.
She was like, hey, she was wild.
She said-
Be
she
gone. She was so upset.
She was upset. Them aliens gave them all stars a hard time, boy. She had some of them in church, some of them was meditating, some of them was seeing psychiatrists. They ain't had a talent.
One of my favorite parts is when they're walking through the hospital and they just listen to because they so intrigued, like, yeah, doc, what is it? Help us.
Yes, help us.
Muggsy Bogues go clear through.
Yes.
Everybody else hits their head.
Hit their head. Nah, that's a fire. That's a fire scene.
Love that scene. That scene. I was like, that is such a golden scene. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap sports up with that. Thank you for that perspective, Keith. You definitely opened my eyes because at first I'm like, listen, if sis didn't want to talk about it, she ain't got to talk about it. But then again, you're right. You are holding up the production of this, and like we said, Juju Watkins is on her way, and she gonna bring it. We want that same energy for her. So right now they got it. They got it. And sis is producing. She's producing. She's bringing it, but. Keep that same energy because we listen. One thing about us, we keep producing them. You feel me? So keep that same energy.
This reverse racism. It's that line y'all was saying I'll be jumping, but there it is. But she this reverse racism.
All right.
Look at all the black girls. We've been doing this.
Yes.
But y'all ain't start watching until this white girl started balling and killing us every time she stepped out on the court.
You gotta ride the coattails, man. Whatever. Ride it out for right now.
It's just this is how politics works, unfortunately.
And by the way, the Fever look like they're gonna make a deep run into the playoffs. At this point.
Yes.
It's and how do you not give how do you not give the caveat of all of that rookie of the year?
No,
bro,
getting it. The conversation's over. It's over. She's getting it.
And this is what I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have time to study this. ESPN ranked Angel Reese as the #1 rookie over Caitlin Clark.
Just to make conversation. They know that. They know that's not a thing.
But you better hope because they're they're the media. And the media decides who the rookie of the year is. I told you this. I told you this. That's what I've been arguing about.
This might go left.
I'm like, y'all better get this right. Are y'all freaking kidding me? It's night and day. She is clear and far away the rookie of the year. Breaking records every daggone night. Proving people wrong every daggone night. Are they above 500 yet?
Living up to the hype.
We won quadruple the games that we won last year because this girl changed life for us. Yeah. Omari ain't talking a minute. I'm done.
Nah, because I'm looking up. I'm just
reverse racism.
Talking about?
Huh?
No, I know what that means. Okay. No, I'm talking about. But as of September the 2nd, Caitlin Clark is massively favored in the media over
good.
Good,
so.
Good, because ESPN is tripping. ESPN.
Have you noticed ESPN is like the
falling off?
It's not necessarily falling off, but it plays both sides to the team. Like it's just like if they could stir up some stuff, they've taken more of that approach. Let's stir up. We know our following. Let's stir up some stuff. Because the second someone's doing, they just take it off, they remove it, and then get on the bandwagon of what is. I've noticed that they do that. Like it is just like, bruh, like that's not what you were saying the other day. But okay,
right.
Like
you were not just talking like that 2 minutes ago.
That's the downside to this new way.
I need to get a soundboard in here because that's going on there. You were not just talking like that.